Hello folks and welcome to Nile Byte Academy. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can convert your Google form into a quiz. Without further ado, let's get started. So here, this is the questions that we have. We only have 2 questions. I'm going to add more questions as we go along. So here, the first question, what does CPU stand for? What which of the following is an input device? So when you come here in this view section here, you will see this is how this thing will happen, and once you click it, nothing at all will really happen because we have not turned it into a quiz. So let's come here to the setting and we turn everything into quiz. So this is the first thing you should get here to make this a quiz. Okay, so when you toggle this on, so it will turn the form into quiz. So, and here there are a lot of settings that you are supposed to make before going back to the questions. So here, release mark immediately after each submission. So, but if you want to do it manually, you check per responses, so you can do it, but I guess that one will be tiresome, so it is good to immediately release the results after each and every submission. So that is that. You also need to your student to get response whether they have got the question correctly or they have answered it incorrectly. So by that, you need to toggle this on. So by default, it is like that. But if it is not, so make sure that you do it. So what is the default value point for questions? So let's just leave it like this. We will go and be in position to change based on a question. So that is that. I guess I did not leave anything. Point value, okay. So here responses, collect email address. Yeah, you need to collect the email. So by that, either you put it verified or you do not collect if you don't want responders input. So, but let's just go with this. Send responders a copy of their response. So once a responder uh, fill in the form, there is usually these things, it will always happen. So once you submit a form, you get an email of what you have filled in the form. So this thing, it is applied here or it is activated here. So here it is off. So when requested, so like they will give you a toggle button there. They will ask you, do you need a copy? And if you say yes, then they will uh, send you the copy. But if you set it to always, so as soon as you click that submit button or send button, you will get a copy of what you have already written in the form. So let's go with always. So allow responders editing, we don't want that. So limit to one response. So we need to limit them to only one submission or one response. So by that, we need to check this, because if you have students, so maybe they get 2 out of 10, so they will have access to do more correction and more and more. By that, it will not make your quiz to have that value of integrity. So by that, we need to toggle this on. So let's come to this section for presentation. So show progress bar. So this progress bar, normally if you have maybe 1 to 20 questions, it is good to show the students or those who are taking the quiz their progress. By that, it will always motivate them, unlike if they just click next, 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 and they don't know when the quiz is ending. So by that, it is always good to show the progress bar. So by this, I will toggle it on. So shuffle question order. What is this? What is the meaning of this? shuffle question order. It means that each and every student will have their own order of the question. Like if I am answering question 1, another student, that question 1 may appear as question 7 to him. By that, it will really avoid issues of cheating and so on and so forth. By that, it is good to shuffle the order. Yes. So here after submission, we are almost. So after submission, you need them to receive a message. Okay. So like you can just say well done, well done. Okay, or any message so that they know that they have really their responses are recorded. So here view results summary, we don't want to toggle it on. So form default, collect email address by default. Okay, yeah. So you can turn it on. So and let's come here, question default, make questions required by default. Yeah, so let's now make every question to be required by default. So we are now done with the setting. So make sure that if you have not grasped any knowledge as soon as possible, make sure that you rewind and you rewatch the video again. So now let's come back here to this question tab and we see, okay, so here the first question here is what does the CPU stand for? Okay, what does the CPU stand for? So we know CPU, it is central processing unit. So it is not central process unit and it is not computer personal unit. So let's come here and then we check the answer. Okay, so you click here and then you come and choose the answer. So we know the answer is what? Central processing unit. So by this, you select this and you give it the number of points, and 10 points. So, and here feedback, it is good to give feedback. Let's, for this quiz, let's make our feedback to be simple. So let's say incorrect, incorrect. And for correct answer, we just say well done. Okay, let's just save it. So we are done with that. So now let's come to question 2. Question 2, which of the following is an input device? So we know it is keyboard. As usual, you come here, click this place, and you click the keyboard. And after that, how many marks do you want to assign the keyboard? Let's assign it 10 point also. So and then we click done. So let's create another question. This question is going to be generic and I'm not going to make it as part of the computer. Let's just say, who is the president of Rwanda? Okay. So who is the president of Rwanda? So now we will try another uh, input. Let's go with short answer and we see how does the short answer behave here. So let's come here and then we say, so who is the president of Rwanda? So the correct answer is Paul Kagame. And if a student also answer maybe Paul, or he just put Kagame, we want to consider Paul, we want to consider Kagame, and we want to consider Paul Kagame as correct answers. Okay, so you just input this and you put these three values and you say, and you come here and you check this box, mark all other answers as incorrect. So if a student put the name as Paul Kagame, it will be correct, or Paul only, yeah, we will consider that, or Kagame, we will also consider that. So I'm not trying to say that it is good to maybe describe a president using one name or two names. But what I'm trying to say here is that if there are a way that person is known for, maybe different students may have different inputs, and at some point they might be correct. But if you program it here wrongly, it will uh, always take you backward. Okay, that is that. So now let's add another question, and we see which one is not a search engine. Okay, so which one is not a search engine? So let's come here and then we try check boxes. Okay, so here in check boxes, let's put Chrome, let's put Firefox. So we know we have two search engines here. We have Chrome and Firefox, but these two, they are not search engine. So let's come here. So which one is not search engine? It is Excel and what? And PowerPoint. So this one, let's give it 25 also. Let's give it 25. And then lastly, let's have another question. Okay. So how many days make a week? Is it 7 days? 7 days, 6 days, or 3 days, or, or 3 days? Okay, let's come and check the answer. So how many days makes a week? 7 days. So that is that, and we click done. So now we are done. So now we are done with it. We know our answers, and let's try to send this form to another person so that that person fill it, and then we see how everything look like. So this is the form. It's asking me that we should record this, of course. So what does CPU stand for? We know that it is Central Processing Unit, but I will intentionally choose a wrong answer so that we see what really happened later when we are trying to view our scores. So how many days makes a week? 7 days. Which of the following is an input device? So let's go with keyboard. Which of the following is not a search engine? Let's choose PowerPoint, because PowerPoint and Excel, they're the wrong answers here, but we are trying to mix and we see what will happen. Who is the president of Rwanda? So we have programmed it before that if it is Kagame, it will work. If it is Paul Kagame, it will also work. Or if it is Paul alone, it will also work. So let's just put Paul and we see. So this is the progress bar, the one I have been talking about. So it will show you the level you are in, or the progress that you are trying to make regarding regarding the form. So without further ado, we will click submit. So yeah, we are done with that. So now let's view our score. Okay, view score. So what does CPU stand for? You see feedback. The answer is it is incorrect. Correct answer is what? Central Processing Unit. Okay. So how many days? It is correct. Even this it is correct. So one is incorrect and one is correct. Who is the president of Rwanda? As I have said before, it is what? It is Paul Kagame, and it is here. So let's see whether we have the email. Have you seen? Yeah, they have now sent us the email. Yeah, thank you for filling our basic. Da, 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 da. You see. So that is it. So up to this far, thank you so much for your time. Let's continue. supporting the channel by subscribing if you are not a subscriber, and God be with you.